Africa, a land of mysteries, home of the lion, the elephant, and the rhino. Land of the dizzying heights where the sun beams and the moon glows in their glory and grace. One of the world's most diverse regions, a continent of extremes, home of the great deserts and the lush rain forests, rich in culture and in heritage. Africa is a place full of wonder, full of life and energy, a place where the earth is alive. Africa, my home, I love you. There is something beautiful about Africa that cannot be captured in words. It is an ancient continent with centuries of culture and history. It is a home to some of the world's most exotic, scenic locations, from the blinding whiteness of the Sahara to the rainforest canopy of South Africa. The people are warm and welcoming. There is a sense of community and kinship that is simply unmatched elsewhere. Africa is also a vital part of the global economy, and its people are making significant contributions to all parts of the world. Welcome to Africa. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bridget. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. I am an educator and an entrepreneur. I'm originally from Africa, but now live in the States, but I'm fully invested in Zambia, my home country. In 2021, I built my house in 10 weeks. Yes, I built my dream home in 10 weeks, from foundation to roof level. So you've decided to build in Africa. I have some tips for you on how you can make this job easier. Walk around any neighborhood in Africa, you will notice there are many projects that people started and never finished. I'm here to give you some tips on how you can build in a short period of time. Stay tuned. First tip is be there on site for every important stage. Be there on site for every important stage. Work is progressing really good. As you can see, there's a lot of gravel on top of the soil, and they're trying to level it up so that the next... This tip alone will save you a lot of frustration. If you can't be there, make sure somebody you fully trust will be there to represent you. The next tip is expect the unexpected. Plan and plan well, but I can guarantee you now that something will go wrong. This is Africa. You cannot fully tame Africa. But you can pivot and be ready to change whatever you need to change when the unexpected happens. Because of this, your budget should include an emergency fund so that you can correct whatever mistakes happen, or if something is broken, you'll be able to replace it. So expect the unexpected. The next tip is ensure all your paperwork is up to par. What do I mean by this? Before you start building, make sure you have your title deeds, make sure you have a lawyer look at everything so that nobody can come and say that that land belongs to them right after you start building. So many people have been scammed because they pay for a piece of land and then realize that multiple people claim that land is theirs. So do your due diligence Check with all the appropriate government offices to make sure that land actually belongs to you. On to the next step. Make sure you get several quotations before you decide on the material or the person you're going to work with. This is important because comparing prices will help you to save a lot of costs. Before you actually have a contract with anybody that you hire, make sure you go and talk to their previous customers, check the quality of their work, because just looking at pictures is not enough. Anybody can show you pictures that may not even belong to them. So make sure you check the work. The next tip I'll tell you is build a secure storage room before you start your project. This will help you save a lot of money from things disappearing or just going missing without knowing what happened. Get the best quality material you can afford. As you know, cheap can be very costly in the long run. And also you need to inspect everything before it's delivered and after it's delivered. Just because you paid for the best doesn't mean the best will be delivered. So before it's put into your storage room, check for quality. The next tip is hire an independent surveyor or a building engineer. This will ensure the integrity of your structure. It's also important that you educate yourself on the basics of building. This is especially important if you're new to the industry or you're from another continent, because building styles differ from country to country and you really need to be aware of everything that's going on for your structure or your project to be successful. The next tip is never fully prepay for work that hasn't been completed. You will save a lot of money and frustration doing it this way. Only pay in phases or after the work has been done. What happens quite often is if you prepay somebody for the work they haven't done, they will disappear for weeks, sometimes even months. The last tip, and probably one of the most important tips I can give you, be patient and take time to fully communicate your vision so that everybody in your team understands. Africa is a beautiful place to work. However, for somebody who is coming into the culture for the first time, you will be going against the grain on so many things. So take time, be patient with yourself, be patient with the people you are working with, communicate and try again if you fail, because this will make your life so much easier. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so that you can see more videos like this in future. Also, like this video and comment below any suggestions that you would like me to cover in future. It's been wonderful spending time with you. Goodbye and see you next time.